Welcome in, everybody, and thank you for joining me here today as we go through 3 reasons why Michigan can beat Washington and win the national championship. A couple different things we'll go over here in this video. And you look at Washington as a team, they're definitely a little bit better overall, at least offensively, than Alabama. I think defensively, there's definitely a lot of areas for improvement for Washington. Whereas, they have 2 really good edge rushers, Breland Trice, I forget the other guy's name. But their defense, they make plays when they need to. They're like a really clutch defense. They did it against Texas, Oregon. They always make the clutch plays. So it's going to be a really well-rounded, just balanced national championship. I have no idea who's going to win, but it's going to be very even. Reason number 1 on why Michigan can win it all this year is Jim Harbaugh. Now, I'm a Michigan State fan, all right? This video is not going to be biased. This is all, neutral. I know I'm a Michigan State fan, but, man, I give credit to my rival when it's due. I don't care if it's my rival, my enemy, who it is. I'll give credit when it's due. It's just how it goes. I will critique you, and I will give you credit when it's due. It's just how it goes. But for Jim Harbaugh, I think most even Michigan fans are starting to believe this. This is probably going to be his last game with the Michigan Wolverines. There's many reasons. You started with the whole recruiting violation, the cheeseburger stuff, and then it was the investigation, and then the cheating thing with Connor Stallions, which, I kind of get, that you can't. They did get caught doing that. Now, other teams do that, but they just do it different ways, whereas Michigan did it a certain way. It's all, whatever. But why is Michigan the only team getting investigated? Why is Michigan getting targeted? It seems like, I don't know. To me, Jim Harbaugh, he's going to come ready to go. He's probably fed up with it. I think he's probably, I heard he's got offers in the NFL like he always does. Especially if he does win it all, he's probably going to be gone. If he loses, maybe he comes back another year. I doubt it. I think he's probably gone. And, that connection with J.J. McCarthy, I wish my team had a connection with coach and quarterback like they do, but this could be his last game. He's going to come ready to go, and we'll see what happens. Reason number 2 is Michigan's defense. And if you watched that Rose Bowl game, Michigan, they came out firing on all cylinders defensively. They shut down Alabama's offense, who, let's be honest, it's not the same Alabama offense. They don't have a Bryce Young, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Devontae Smith, Jamison Williams. They don't have a guy like that on offense. They don't have – their O-line was horrible. I mean, that was the worst Alabama O-line. I didn't realize their O-line was that bad, but they were bad. And Michigan got pressure on Milroe every single snap. I mean, they had like 5 sacks in the first half, and that was probably the biggest difference of the game, honestly. It was because Milroe, even though he's a running quarterback, he was, running backwards 6-7 yards, and they were losing, 8 to 10 yards, seemed like every single drive. So it's like, and then they're forcing 3 and outs. Michigan's defense was I would say the biggest reason that they won the Rose Bowl game, because they came out firing on all cylinders. They came ready to go. I was, even as a Michigan State fan, I was worried about Michigan's defense not showing up. I didn't know if they were going to come up and, play up to the task of Alabama. And they made Alabama look like crap, and I don't think Alabama's O-line's that good. But, man, they got pressure on Milroe so much. And they made Alabama look silly, and they made the defensive stand in overtime. That was incredible. What a way to finish the game as well. And credit to Michigan's defense. Michigan's defense was the reason they won this game, and they could be the reason they win it all. If Michigan's defense plays like that again, which, like I said, Washington's offense is a lot better than Alabama's. But if they play that way, they can win it all this year. We'll see what happens. And now to our final reason. Reason number 3 is going to be Michigan's offense stepping up. Now, Michigan's offense was almost the reason that they lost against Alabama, which I did not expect, okay? Alabama's defense is solid. They got a decent secondary. They got Dallas Turner. They got, decent defense, right? But they struggled badly, man. And JJ did not look good up until the last possession, where even, he got lucky that Roman Wilson catch, but he did not look good that game to me. And he really, wasn't a huge factor. But again, this could be his last game in a Michigan uniform. And if I were, I think there's a lot of talk that he could come back next year. He could probably be 2nd or 3rd quarterback taken, which would honestly be smart for him. And he would have another shot, to go win it all. But if they win it all, if I were him, that's as much as you can do. You won the national championship. Go to the NFL. You can be a top 5 quarterback selected, but J.J. McCarthy needs to step up. That old line played very well. The run game was there. Blake Corum looked great, especially in OT. And the wide receivers really need to step up too. Cornelius had a nice catch. Roman Wilson wasn't really doing anything up until the last 2 possessions. Really the last possession of regulation. But, man, their offense played very well outside of, a few mistakes, really, some 3 and outs. But this is going to be a fulfilled, just exciting game. This is going to be a game that could go down to the wire. It's going to be, I think this one for sure is going to be high scoring. Will Michigan's offense be able to keep up with Washington? Will their defense step up? Will Michigan special teams be a huge, reason that they almost lose again, because they could have lost the games just off special teams? But we'll see. Maybe it's Jim Harbaugh's last game at Michigan. Maybe it's J.J. McCarthy's. Will they win it all? Will they end on a good note? We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys after the national championship. We'll talk about some Lions, maybe some Pistons. We'll talk about Michigan as well, recap their season. And I appreciate you guys watching. Peace.